With Cinco de Mayo right around the corner, you're probably going to have some chips and salsa. So now this tells you just turn the heat up a little bit and maybe it'll help you eat a little less. John Hayes, Professor of Food Science. In this study, we asked a really simple question, which is how does the heat level in a snack affect how much we eat? So we'd known from previous research that how fast you eat affects how much you eat. And we'd also knew in meals that increasing the amount of burn makes people eat slower and eat less. So in this study, we asked a really simple question. We brought people into the lab on 2 different days and we gave them a really familiar snack. We gave them chips and salsa. And we took chips and salsa from the store, we didn't make them from scratch, and we just added a little bit of cayenne. So we either added a little bit of cayenne and make them mildly spicy, or we added more cayenne and made them a bit spicier. But critically, we didn't make them so spicy that you couldn't eat them. So what we found was when you increase the heat level, people eat about 30% slower, which leads to them eating 30% less. First piece of advice would be don't eat it out of the bag. Just put it in the bowl and give yourself a fixed portion. But the other thing you could do is just add a little bit of heat to it, because if you're going to eat slower, you're going to eat less. So the practical advice here is don't avoid those foods, but instead figure out a way to eat a little bit less of them so you can still enjoy them.
Maybe add a little bit of cayenne, add a little bit of hot sauce, add a little bit of something that will increase the spiciness, and it might help you eat a little bit less. My name is Paige Cunningham. I'm an assistant professor of nutritional sciences at Cornell University. And while I was at Penn State, I was working for the Penn State Sensory Evaluation Center as a postdoctoral scholar. We snack for different reasons than we eat meals. So we tend to eat snacks sometimes more for reward because we like them, or just because snacks are around, and not always just because we're hungry, which is one of the primary reasons we eat meals. So when we eat spicy food, we experience sort of this burning sensation in the mouth, right? And so maybe there's more time between bites to try and adjust to that spiciness and that oral burn. Maybe we're taking more time to drink more water between bites that can slow us down. But generally it's just that sort of oral burn that we're experiencing that can really slow down how quickly we eat.
Perfect. And then we have